so that I can provide you the recorded video. So first is T code. T code is SE38 for ABAP editor. Then next is just pass the program name and click on the create button. In the title, you can pass your title of the report. Suppose ALV report. Okay. Now this report is executable program because we will execute this program. We will click on the F8 button to execute this program. So it is a executable program. If we are working on the module pool, then we will select module pool. Okay. So here if you are creating any ALV report, any classical report, any interactive report, then we will create this executable program. Okay. Now next is click on the save button. Now it will ask for the package because if we are creating any development package, then it will ask for any program. Okay. Program is a development object. Program will store in the package. Then sorry, package. Then a package will be stored in the TR. Okay, so this is the process. Like if you create any object, then if you create any program, then program will be stored in a package and then package will be stored in a TR and that TR will be workbench request. Okay, because here we are creating the development object. So development object will be stored in the workbench request. Now let me select any package, GPack suppose. Then click on the save button. It will ask for TR. So let me save in this TR 989, enter. Okay, so your program is created now. Here we will write some code. Okay, so if you want to check your TR number, suppose if you are working on this report and you don't know the TR number of this report, now go to object directory entry, log overview. In this you can check your TR number. So let me write the process. How to check the TR number. Sorry. To check the TR number of any object, we will go to object directory entry, then log overview. So we will go to object directory entry, then log overview. Okay, so you can check your TR number. This is your workbench request. Now next is if you want to create any selection screen selection screen. So what will be the syntax? Like selection screen, press tab. It will come automatically. Okay. So press tab to use the keyword to type the keyword automatically. To type the keywords automatically. Okay. So now we will create a block. Begin of block, press tab B1 with frame title, press tab with frame title text 001. Now put your cursor here and just press Ctrl D. It will copy the same line. Okay. So using Ctrl plus D, copy the same line. Copy the same line. Okay. So these are some tips to write the code. Now just put a full stop here. This is begin and here I will close. End. Okay. Now just save. So this is your block. We will create a block on the selection screen. Now I will give the heading. Create object, yes. So here you can pass any name, extraction. Now save, activate, then go back and activate. Okay, so now you can check execute. So here we are not having any parameters. First let me explain you. Selection screen parameter. Selection screen parameter. So basically we are having two selection screen parameters. First is select option, and second is parameter. Select option is for multiple input. Select option is for multiple input and interval. I will explain you about interval. If we are giving low value to high value, low value to high value, that is interval. And parameter is for single input. Okay, parameter is for single input. Now let me explain you that how we declare the select option. Select option, select. Now press tab. It will come automatically. Now for select option, we will take as banner. Then for I will declare table name dash field name. Table name dash field name. Okay. So this is the table name BKPF banner because I am taking the accounting document on the selection screen. So this is your standard table BKPF, and in this BKPF I will take this banner. Banner is the accounting document number. Okay, accounting document number. So I will create a select option for this accounting document number. You can also maintain commentary. This is for accounting document number. Now save. Okay, so now you can click on this check button to check your code. It will throw you the error because we did not declare the BKPF. Let me show you. So here you can see field BKPF banner is unknown. So here we will declare a table keyword. So this table keyword, press tab. I will declare this standard table. Now it will not throw you the error. Now check. So it is synthetically correct. Okay. So if you are using any standard table, then you have to declare using this keyword tables. Otherwise, it will throw you the error that your this field is unknown. Okay. So if you declare the standard table here using tables keyword, then it will not throw you the error. It will take the field from this table. Banner. Banner. Okay. This one. Banner. Now let me show you activate it. We can also use Control F3 to activate this program. Now click on the executable button. Here you can see S banner. So first we create, this is the selection screen block. Okay, so this is the block. In the block I have declared this select option. So select option is for multiple input. Here you can pass multiple input and low value to high value. So this is the interval. Okay, so I have declared here multiple input and interval. Interval is low value to high value. So this is the select option. Now let me change the name, because if we are providing this report to the end user, then we will provide the we will not provide this technical name. We will provide the functional field name like accounting document number. So how to change this? Go to go to text element, selection text. So how to change the name of the selection? To change the name of selection screen parameter. Okay, how to change? This is the process. Go to text element, selection text, selection text. Okay, so go to text element, selection text. Now you can pass your accounting document number. Click on the save and activate. Enter. Now click on this executable button. You can also press F8. So here you can see this is accounting document. So first part is completed. How to create a block on the selection screen, how to declare a select option, and what is select option, to provide the multiple input, to provide the interval low value to high value. Okay. Now next point is how we declare the parameter. Parameter is for single input. So use for the parameter we use keyword. So this is the keyword. This is in blue statement. So blue, this is the keyword. We call it as keyword. Okay, so parameters, I will use company code PBUKRS. So for the standard practice, we use S underscore for select option and P underscore for parameter. Okay, so how what is the naming convention? For standard practice, we use P underscore any name. Okay, then select option is S underscore. For a standard practice, you can pass any name here. Field name. Okay, field name. Basically, we pass the field name. Here you can pass field name. Now next is how to declare a parameter. Parameter, for parameter we take type. Okay, for select option we take 4 to declare that field. Now what is the field? BKPF dash company code. So BUKRS is, you have to close all your statement using full stop. Close all above statement using full stop. Okay. Now next is, so I have taken this field as parameter. So this is for company code. Let me maintain some commentary also. So here I will maintain commentary company code. Okay. So this is for company code. Now save, activate, and click on this executable button. So here you can see this is for single input. You are not having this multiple input button for this PBUKRS. You are not having any interval for this PBUKRS. We are having only single input. Okay. So this is for single input. Okay. Parameter is for single input. Now next is how to change this name. Same process. Go to text element, selection text. Here I will here I will change the name company code. Save, activate. Now go back, activate. So here you can see accounting document number, company code. So first part is completed, that how we are declaring the select, how we are creating the selection screen block, how we are giving the title of this. So this is extraction, just passing this name text 001. Okay, now we are using select option, we are using parameter. Select option is for multiple input and interval. This is for accounting document number. Parameter is company code. This is for single input. Here you can see only single input. Here you can pass multiple input as well as interval. Low value to high value. Okay. So first part is completed. Now next part is how to create dynamic selection. How to create a radio button. Okay. So today I will cover this. I will create another selection screen block with radio button. Now how to create another block? Just copy this, enter, paste. Now I will create b2 block, b2 block, b2 with text 2. Okay, now I will use the radio button. Now double click on this. I will use report selection. Okay, then click on the save, activate, activate, enter. Now go back, activate your report. Okay, so now block will be created when we pass some parameter. Okay, so how to create the radio button? Now next point. So these are some important points you have to remember. I will share you the notes also. Now radio button. Radio button on selection 3. Using parameter keyword. Using parameter keyword, you can declare radio button. Radio button. Okay. So using the parameter keyword, just pass name. For parameter we always use p underscore. Okay, so p underscore already one radio button, it will come automatically. Press tab, radio button group g1. I'm just passing some group name g1. Then user command, just pass the user command text text, then default and x. Now I will explain you that what is user command, what is default value. Okay, so just control D, it will copy same line. Now remove this. I will use another parameter RAD2. Okay, with the same group. Now let me show you what is user command. If you are taking some action, like if you are selecting that radio button, that is called user command. You are giving some action, means action user. So we are just using this user command to give the action by the user. Okay, now we are giving some name to that user command. Now default X is that radio button will be active by default. Okay, now press F8, select execute. So here you can see by default your P radio button 1 is active. Okay, and at a time you can select only one radio button because we have declared these two radio button using the same group G1 and G1. Okay, you have to declare minimum two radio button in a single group. Okay, like in the G1 you have to declare minimum, that is the radio button group. So in a single group you have to declare minimum two radio button parameter. Okay, if you are not if you are not passing, if you are using only one parameter, let me show you what will happen. Now let me comment this line. So if you want to comment, so you have to use
You are pressing for comment
comment
this line.
control, sorry, control plus this one, less than sign. Okay, less than. Okay, to comment or to uncomment, to uncomment, control plus greater than sign, greater than. Okay. Now if you want to uncomment, then put your cursor here, control greater than, comment control less than. Okay, now let me show you that it will throw you the error. Check your code. The radio button group G1 contains only one parameter. Okay, so what I have explained you, that you have to declare minimum two radio button parameters, otherwise it will throw you the error. Is it clear now? So you have to declare two parameters, otherwise it will not be activated. Now uncomment this line, it will not throw you the error because in the same group G1 you have to declare minimum two parameters. Now activate your code, active. So here you can see by default P radio 1 is active. Let me select, if you copy this and paste it here. So by default your radio button 2 is active. Okay. Now your by default radio button 2 is active. How to change the naming convention? How to change the naming convention of this these radio button? Save. Same process. Go to text element selection text. You can change the naming convention. Let me take first one is for sales report and second one is for accounting report. Now save, activate, enter, go back, activate. Okay, now press F8. So here you can see sales report, accounting report. This report selection I have passed through this text 002 report selection. Okay, if you are not like if you pass 03 and 03 is blank, so what will happen here? We are not having any title. So you can create text 003. Now I have already created text 002 for report selection. So this is used to provide the title of the block, selection screen block. So this is your selection screen block. I am just giving some title to this block. So today we have created two block, selection screen block 1, B1, block B2. B1 contains this heading extraction, B2 contains this heading report selection. Now in this we have declared parameter, select option and parameter. Select option is for multiple input and parameter is for single input. Okay, and in the select option we are also having interval. Okay, now in the radio buttons we have to declare two parameter in a single group. Like you are declaring a group G1, then you have to declare minimum two parameters. Okay, 1 second.
Correct.
Okay, so is it clear this process
Yeah.
and these notes? And how we are creating first we are just creating any program, we are just storing that program in a package, then package will be stored in a tr, that tr will be workbench request. Now to check the tr we will go to object directory entry, log overview, you can check your tr number. How to minimize it, let's leave. Now next is press tab to copy to type the keywords automatically. Control D copy the same line. Selection screen parameter we follow this standard practice. So this is the naming convention for select option. For parameter we use p underscore. Then to change the name of the selection screen parameter, use go to text element selection text. So here you can change the naming convention of the selection screen parameter. Now you have to declare tables also. If you are not if you are commenting this line, it will throw you the error that bkpf banner is unknown. Okay, so you have to declare the table also that you are using. You have to declare standard table also. Now activate. Okay, so next is close all your abap statement using full stop, otherwise it will throw you the error. If you are not closing this, check your code. No intervals expected after text 001 because it is not closed. You have to type full stop. Okay, now next point is, so these are some important points that you have to remember. For radio button on the selection screen we use parameter keyword, you can declare radio button. Then in a single group you have to declare minimum two radio button parameters. To comment
Correct.
the code, to comment the code, to comment the abap statement, you have to use control less than. To uncomment the code, you have to use control greater than. Okay. Now next point is in this
Yes.
like if you want to hide this button extension, so we will write
Okay.
here no extension, no extension. Now let me show you. Activate no extension, so that button is disabled now. Okay, if you want to pass
Yes.
only from value to low value to high value, then you can use you can use no extension if you want to hide that multiple input button. Okay, so to hide the interval also we are having this no intervals. Now that select option will behave like a parameter. Okay, and here we are having F4 help, and in this field we are not having F4 help. I will explain you that how we can add the F4 help. So it will be tricky. Now let me comment this line. This is just for the learning purpose. We will use it as a select option. Okay. So if you want to hide this button, this multiple input button, then you can use no extension keyword. And if you want to hide the interval also, then you can use no intervals. Okay. Now activate it. So this is the part of selection screen. Now, do you have any doubt in this process? In this selection screen?
It's understand. Everything is understand. Now,
Yeah.
suppose we have put company code in the first line instead of account document number. Means first we have to put company code, then profit center, plant like that, then accounting document. Can
Yeah,
we
then you can
rearrange
also
this?
use. Like you can
Yeah.
just change the position. If you want to change the position, then
Okay.
Control X, and Control V. It will
Okay.
come now. Okay.
Perfect.
So, like this part is completed now. So tomorrow I will explain you that how we create the dynamic selection screen, because dynamic selection
Perfect.
screen is tricky. So you have to understand first this block, that how we are creating, how we are declaring the select option parameters, how we are declaring the radio buttons. Okay, so just do some practice on this. Okay, so this is the simple, and I have
Great.
explained you each and every point that how we are declaring, and these are your notes. I will share you, and you can
Yes.
practice this part. This is
Yeah.
small program. Okay, and I will share you the code also, this code, so that you can practice yourself. Then tomorrow I will explain that how we can create a dynamic selection screen that I have explained you in the demo class. So tomorrow I will explain you in deeply, like thoroughly. I will explain you that how we can create the dynamic selection screen and what's the meaning of the dynamic selection screen. Okay, so tomorrow we will work on this report.
Yes. And tomorrow we will meet on 9:30 and 9. Which time we have suitable?
We can discuss the timing when you are available.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.